I've got my chicken wings, good enough to eat already. I want to really take one and just show you how crispy that is. That is really crispy. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Jaffa Cooks. And it's one of those days where I feel like cooking for myself. One of my favorites is spicy chicken wings. I call them hot wings. Cook them, bake them in the oven, fry them, do whatever you want for them. The only thing is I want mine to be crunchy. I want them to be hot in the middle, cooked, spicy, and crunchy at the same time with some cool dressing. So today I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate spicy chicken wing, and it's very simple. So I've got some chicken wings, and I'm going to show you how to prep the chicken wing, and then I'm going to show you how to coat the chicken wing, cook it, and then basically coat it with the dressing in the end. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Look forward to hearing from you. Click on the bell icon, get the latest updates, what's going down, what's happening, who's requested a recipe. And if you really like what you see, and if you tried it out, let me know and give me a big thumbs up. So let's get to it. I've got a kilo of chicken wings. Yes, that's a kilo, not all for myself, but most of them. So I'm going to basically separate one wing, the top part, and the part that basically connects to the breast. If you take the chicken wing itself, and you can see there's a join there, what we want to basically do is cut right down the join. And if you don't know where that is, I'm just going to show you very carefully. You can actually see, get a sharp knife, and basically if you just wiggle the joint around, you'll see that it very easily comes through apart. So again, I'm just going to take the other one, just pop my finger in if you want. If you can't find the joint, just pop your finger there and you'll be able to feel the joint. And if you get it slightly wrong, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. So long as you separate the both wings. I think you'll find that once you get used to this recipe and you've done it 3 or 4 times, you'll start getting used to cutting the actual bone and the wing without any problem at all. Sorry. Welcome back. I've separated my chicken wings, and I've got around about 40 chicken wings here. Now my chicken wings are quite small. Yours might be larger, so don't worry if the sizes differs. I just wanted to keep mine smaller so I could cook them off faster as well. The next part of the recipe is to basically coat the chicken wing itself. So I've got some flour, just some hot smoked paprika, some chilli, and I've got some salt and pepper to taste. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix in the dry ingredients. And what we're going to do is, although the chicken wing itself will get coated, this is basically just to make sure that when you bite into the chicken wing, there is some flavor on the outskirts or inside the chicken wing itself. The dressing that we'll put on, the hot wing sauce, that'll give you the immediate hit, but then the chicken will have some taste to it as well. We don't want the sauce to overpower the chicken wing itself. So this is just to give it a coating. I've mixed in my dry ingredients. Now, my chicken wings, before I mix the dry ingredients into chicken wings, one thing we do need to do is make sure that all the moisture within the chicken wings itself are basically dried out. So I've got some kitchen towel here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the chicken wings onto some kitchen towel, and then I'm going to pat it. Now the reason why we do this is you need to get rid of as much moisture as possible, and when we do that, that allows the crispiness to happen when we fry. Otherwise the oil will just start spitting, and what will happen is that immediately they'll become crisp, but then they'll get very soggy in the end. So just to make sure that we don't get that soggy taste and soggy texture, I'm just going to dry out my chicken wings before I coat them. Okay, welcome back. So chicken wings are dried. I've made sure that as much water as I could take out of them by patting them with just some kitchen towel, and that should do the job. So now we've got to coat this. So I've just taken another container, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my chicken wings, and the reason why I've taken another container is because this container has a lid. It's quite a tight lid. So instead of wasting paper or sorry, a paper bag or another Ziploc bag, I'm just going to use this with a lid, and I'll just shake the container, and that should coat all the wings with the coating. So just make sure it's nice and tight. The last thing I want to do is see the coating going everywhere, making sure that's, and really it's just flour coming out, but that should be good. And I think we're good. The only thing now we need to do is basically ensure that, a little bit of a mess, but I'm sure we'll be okay with that. Just wanted to show you that each wing should basically look pretty much coated. So I'm just going to now take out the chicken wings. Any excess flour I'm going to just remove. Now, the only, I would say, I wouldn't say the worst thing was, the only challenge that you have frying with flour is that when you pop these chicken wings or whatever you're frying into the oil, that oil does get very dark very quickly. That's because the flour itself starts burning. So I wouldn't say throw the oil away, because I did get an email a few days ago, somebody asking me, what do you do with your old oil? And tell you the truth, I just reuse it again. So what I'll tend to do is, once the oil's cooled down, I'll basically take it through either a micronic filter or a coffee filter, and just basically use it 2 to 3 times, maybe even 4 times sometimes. It just depends on what I'm doing, but do reuse your oil. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm actually going to use some of my oil today. It was basically used for frying some spring rolls, and there wasn't really any residue left at the bottom, so I just filtered it again, and the oil looks perfect. So by all means, do reuse your oil again. So give me a couple of minutes and I'll see you back at the frying section, where I'll show you how long each one of these chicken wings will take. I'll see you in a couple of minutes and I'll show you how to fry these off. Okay, so welcome back, and time to really put the wings into the fryer now. So I'm just going to drop these in one by one. Just before I start, I've actually segregated mine based on size. So if you look at the wings, so I've got the smaller, the tip of the wing to the top, and the larger, the wing attached, that's usually attached to the breast, to the bottom. So I'm going to cook the big ones first, and then later on put the second batch in, which is the smaller wing. So here we go. So again, once you pop them in, don't touch them at all. Now, because these were in the fridge as well for a short while, so I brought them out to room temperature. When you're cooking anything that's coming out of the fridge, try and bring it to room temperature. That way the oil that you're cooking in won't drop drastically, which will basically change the cooking times as well. So try and bring it up to room temperature. That basically helps the cooking process as well. Okay, so welcome back. It's been about 5 minutes, and I'm just going to have a quick look at some of these lovely beauties. Yep, they're mostly there. So I'm just going to now try and turn them over, so if they can get a second cook at the bottom layers. And I'll see you in about another 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so it looks like my first batch of wings are done. They're perfectly golden. I'm going to give it another minute just to give it that added crispness, making sure that they're all nicely cooked. And then I'll start working on batch 2. And at the same time, I'll start working on a sauce as well, just to show you how to combine the ingredients. And then basically, it's very, very simple. It's basically the butter and the chili sauce of your choice, and then some cornstarch, and then we'll put everything together, bind it, and then we'll dress the chicken wings in the coating, and then I'll show you what it looks like towards the end. Okay, so whilst my second batch of chicken wings are cooking off, I'm going to now take the remaining ingredients for the sauce, and that's the butter, the chili sauce, the pinch of sugar, and the cornstarch. And I'm just going to basically put them together into a pan, heat them up, and that's my sauce done. And then once my chicken wings are all cooked off, I'll pour the sauce over the top, mix them in, and that's it. They'll be ready to devour. So I'm just mixing in the butter and the chili sauce of my choice. And my chili sauce is quite hot. So if you like a milder chili sauce, that's why I'm saying that use a chili sauce that you're used to, or you know the heat level and your tolerance level. Okay, welcome back everybody, and this is the final stage of the chicken wings. So I've got my chicken wings, good enough to eat already. I've let them really come down to a point where they're nice and crispy, and I want to really take one and just show you how crispy that is. And that is really crispy. I should really be doing this, but spot on. The chicken wing itself is great to eat on its own, but it just lacks that outer flavour, and that's why we made this sauce. So now I'm just going to take the sauce and I'm going to pour the sauce over the top. Okay, so I'm just going to really make sure every inch of that chicken wing is coated in this sauce, because that's what basically is going to make me sit in front of that movie all by myself, hopefully, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Let me know how it goes for you. I can't wait to get into those in front of a movie. Have a good one. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you again. Take care. Bye.